Well, it's a mistake to say that transferring management of these assets to the private sector is so-called privatization. It is the transfer of these assets to a dictatorship and an oligopoly who is then imposing oligopolistic behavior and colluding. Remember those big 6 energy firms, here's the first crime they're guilty of. It's called collusion. It's a crime. They're all guilty of it. The one you just mentioned, Centrica, the other frickin' energy companies, it's called collusion. It's a crime. They're all guilty of it. And I make that charge without any equivocation whatsoever at all.
Well, Max, there's going to be an inquiry to see if that's true, because one of these guys called for an inquiry to see if there was competition, if he, this guy heading us, one of these big 6, was competing fairly. And David Cameron seized on that and said, yes, we must have an inquiry.
Well, this is where David Cameron's financial illiteracy is important for the dictators that run the energy sector in the UK, because David Cameron can't understand that when prices go up an extraordinarily percentage above any possible inflation metric, and when you have gouging on the scale that you have now in an industry that's been convicted and charged and convicted and paid fines for manipulation, the fact that he needs an inquiry is like somebody needs to help David Cameron find his bottom so that he can wipe himself. That's what he's saying. He's saying, I'm so stupid. I've got to be the stupidest prime minister in the history of Britain. I'm so stupid that I need an inquiry to get Parliament to investigate where my bumhole is because I don't know how to wipe myself. That's how freaking stupid David Cameron is. If he can't see collusion and price manipulation in these big 6 predatory monopolists in the UK, he will go down in history as the biggest jackass in the history of British prime ministership, bar none. Nobody is so stupid as this idiot David Cameron.
Well, maybe there will be a bonfire night for him one day in the distant future. But, you know, there was also, speaking of bonfire, there was a bonfire of markets back in 2008. And as a result of that, that was caused by these fraudulent subprime mortgages and collateralized debt obligations.